Welcome back to the Pen and Inkwell. So great to have you back here again, and I have to say, I have to start really by thanking you all so much for the positive feedback that we've had over the last month or so since we've started posting these videos again. Subscribers have gone up, nice comments being left, which I really appreciate. It takes a lot of time and effort to do these, and we love doing them, so it really is good knowing that you do actually benefit from these videos. So today's video is, again, a little something different. It's a manufacturer and a pen that I haven't used before. I have seen one before. Somebody did show and share with me a pen by the same manufacturer once before at a pen show that I was at about 18 months ago or so. But this came out of, really, you know, at the end of each video I say, look, if you've got any requests, any videos that you'd like us to make, any pens, inks you'd like us to review, then drop us a line, leave me a comment and I'll look at it. And this is exactly what happened. So after I did a review about a month or so ago, Silk Spinner on YouTube left me a comment saying that Mr. Pen, who is actually the guy that runs that is a guy called Peter Ford. He runs a website called Mr. Pen online where he sells different types of fountain pens by different manufacturers, but also he is the only one that is selling a brand called Italix. Again, it's a pen I haven't seen, and Silk Spinner left a comment saying that they were bringing out a new pen at the end of August called the English Curate, and would I be able to have a look at this? So I got in touch with my colleagues and said, look, somebody's requested this, what do you think? And they said, yeah, we'll get in touch. And they did, and Mr. Pen was Peter was great and very nice to actually send us one and to have a look at. I had to look at his video that he posted online as well of this pen. And prior to this, the only experience I've had to look at the Parsons Essential that somebody let me have a bit of a play with at a pen show. That pen received a lot of positive feedback on Fountain Pen Network, on various other discussion networks and videos I'd seen online. And it was also very positive, so I was really excited actually to get my hands on this and to have a look for myself. He offers an enormous variety of nibs for these pens, and I'll get you more details later on in the review, but this is what we're looking at now. This is the English Curate, and join me in a few minutes and we'll have a look at it a little closer. Thank you. So welcome back. So let's have a look at this in a little bit of a closer detail. I have to say, and start by apologising for the light. It is late here, it's Sunday evening. It is now 6:30 and it's setting into autumn, so the light is going quickly. So I apologise for that, but hopefully it'll be enough. So this is the English Curate. As I said, it is by Italix, and this is how it came in this white outer casing box. So we take the sleeve off because it is straightforward, simple white box, and then we have a closer look at the inside. So this, it's a nice box actually, has the gold trim around the edge there, as you can see. That goes right the way around, and it's nice quality. It feels like you've bought something substantial, something that was worth something. So we'll open this up, and here we go. This is the English Curate. This pen currently comes in 3 finishes. I believe I did see that he's talking of some more colours and offerings that will come later on, but at the time of this coming out, and this has only been out since the end of August, we're only talking of a couple of weeks here in the UK, this is the Sable. It's also available in something that they call Candy, which is this beautiful sort of pinky red with a white swirl through it. It also comes in a blue with a mottled effect on there, but this is the Sable, and we'll have a look at this in a closer detail. So it comes on this pad here, this sponge-like padded bottom, securely held in by this tape here, and it comes with a cartridge, an international cartridge. But with all of the pens by Italix, they all come with a free converter as well. So you can use bottled inks, or you can use any international cartridge that you want in here. So it gives you the option to do that. So let's take this out. I'll put this box aside and we'll have a look at it closer. So here we are. So let me give you all the details first then, you know, the measurements and everything like that. This is, weight-wise, it's quite a heavy pen actually. This is 33 grams in weight, but a lot of that is in this cap. When you take the cap off, this pen is only 19 grams in weight. So say a lot of it is in the cap of that. But I like a heavy pen actually. The pen sort of works, the weight of it works nicely, and you'll see in a moment why the weight works nicely. Measurements wise, it's 138 millimeters as you see it right now. It is 119 millimeters without the cap, and it's 142 millimeters when it's posted. This pen's been designed to post, and you'll see why now in a moment. So this, as you see, tapers. Can you have a look here? This tapers at the end intentionally and perfectly. You see it's an Italix pen. It tapers on this side, and this is why this tapers. So this cap screws off and fits perfectly on the end there. Absolutely made to be posted. This pen was designed to be posted, and that creates, in my opinion, a perfectly balanced pen. This is the first time I've come across a pen by Italix, and I'm impressed. I really am impressed by the quality of it. It feels substantial, it feels expensive, it feels like somebody's, if you gave this as a present, it feels like somebody's got you something nice. It's different. So let's have a look. I'm just going to put this lid back on so we can have a look at the outside and the details of this. Let me zoom out a little bit there. So the top of this, plain chrome fixings, the lid, the clip, it's a really tight clip. So that would clip to something if you really wanted to, and it wouldn't come off, you wouldn't be losing it. Chrome around the middle here. The bottom isn't. The bottom follows on from this acrylic. So this is an acrylic bodied pen. And let's see if we can see with the light the pattern that's on there. See the mottle as the light catches that. It creates this golden bronze mottle effect. Sometimes looks, you know, quite chocolate brown, and then you see, as I'm turning it, the mottled effect that's on that. It really is beautiful. So have a look at it sort of closely as well. See if we can see that. Yeah, you can just about, under there, it reads Italix English Curate. The model of the pen is written on there. So again, this is a screw cap. My preference is always for a screw cap. I do like a screw cap. I feel I'm not going to lose it. The cap isn't going to come off in my bag or in my pen case. I'm not going to have ink all over the place. And it operates really, really smoothly. So this is a metal section here, and these, I don't know what we call them, almost, I think there is a word for them. I'll find it out and I'll use it in my next review. But these grooves where this fits on are followed up. We see in there, just about, it follows up inside there exactly the same, and so that fits on properly. And put this cap down a moment. I want to look at this nib closer. Let's see if this will focus. Yeah, here we are, we're starting to focus. So this is a 1.1 Italix nib. It is a steel nib, a two-tone steel nib, and I have to say it is the smoothest nib in an Italix that I've ever used. Actually, it's the smoothest nib I've ever used. Whether that's because it's an Italix and I'm used to using finer nibs, but it's a beautifully smooth nib. It's a very wet nib, works really well with the ink that I was using actually, and that works nicely. So it's a pretty nib, nice size nib that sort of works well with this pen. So we've got this tapered down section, grip section here. the grooves don't get in the way of your grip. Let me come back out, that's a little close to my, I'm going the wrong way, a little close to my fingers there, and I need my nails redoing, so I don't want to be looking at it that close. They don't get in the way of your grip. That tapered section is big enough, because sometimes those tapered sections don't give you enough room to actually grip and they can become uncomfortable. They do. So as I said, so the body of the pen here has this sticker on there at the moment, so you know, if this was my pen, I'd be taking this off then. And it tapers down at the end, as I said, to fit and post this pen. This, you won't see it in there properly, but if you bought one of these, you'll see inside there is a spring inside this cap, just down in here, which means that when you post this onto here, it grips onto it properly. This isn't coming off. This cap isn't going anywhere. So it's like an extension of the pen, really. It's how it was meant to be. And it creates this perfect weight balance. If we take this out from here, again, metal grooves that create this twist action here, and it comes, as I said, with a converter. So the metal on here, if you see down there, you can see in there that the grooves are metal plated inside there as well. So it means that this is smooth and it's not going to wear at all. And again, very smooth operation. I like it. I'm very impressed with it, actually. I'm very impressed with the weight of it. I'm very impressed with how it writes. It lends itself really well to my hand. I don't think there's really sort of much else to be said, other than it's worth sort of saying these pens are made in England. It's only offered at the moment by Mr. Pen and Peter there at Mr. Pen. And if those of you that have seen the Parsons Essential, that if you use this, I would say this is definitely worth looking at. These pens are worth you taking a look at. As I said, these nibs, we'll do a writing sample in the moment, you will see these nibs, but there are currently 19 different steel nib options available on here. And there's also an option for an 18 karat gold upgrade nib on this, on top of the pen. The pen's retailing at the moment at $79.99. Do I think it's worth it? Yeah, I do think it's worth it, actually. I've paid more for pens that don't write as well. Yes, it's a steel nib pen, but I've paid more for steel nib pens as well. And this is a very smooth steel nib. We'll take a look at a writing sample in a moment, so give me 2 seconds and we'll do that. So let's have a quick look at how this writes. So this is the English Curate by Italix. As always, this is Rhodia paper. This is Rhodia square paper that I'm using at the moment. I like using Rhodia, it gives me a bit of consistency. And this is a 1.1mm nib. And the ink is J. Herbin. And this is the new Emerald. This is quite a wet ink, as you see. Lays down quite a bit, and it's going to take a little while. Sorry, it's going to take a little while to dry. Usually helpful if you can see what I'm writing. It's going to take a little while to dry, but as again on the Rhodia paper, that is going to take a little while to dry as well. You know, most inks do, but it is a 1.1. It is a juicy nib, and it works with this pen. Line variations. See if I'm getting closer so you can see. Downstroke and the horizontal strokes from there. It does give some nice line variation. There has been absolutely no skipping whatsoever with this pen. Hasn't missed a beat. It does, I have to say, it has dried out fairly quickly. I'll take that back. It has dried out fairly quickly in between not using it if I've put it down. But by fairly quickly I mean about a minute. If I've put it down, not used it for about a minute, if I've been distracted by something, It does take a couple of little scribbles on another piece of paper to get it going and again. But I haven't washed or flushed this pen through. This is straight out of the box. So I think, you know, if I probably cleaned it through first, I probably wouldn't have that issue at all. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If there's anything else I can let you know, please leave comments below. Please subscribe to my channel. And just to let you know, you'll be glad you stayed on to watch to the end. This pen is going to be featured, and put that down, on the United Inkdom site. So that's the unitedinkdom.uk. It's going to take a little while to get the review because I've got to get this over to my 2 other colleagues to have a look at. But this pen we're going to be giving away in a competition. This is going to form part of a giveaway. So one of you lucky subscribers is going to be lucky enough to win this pen and have this pen at no charge sent to you. The details of which, the rules of which, we don't know yet. All of that's going to be announced when it reaches the United Inkdom site. But I will let you know. I'll post on my Instagram, Inkwell Pens, when that's happening, so you all know that. But also keep an eye out with Ian at Pens, Paper and Pencils, and with Scribble Mon Bodo as well on their sites. But again, keep checking at the unitedinkdom.uk site, and the details of the giveaway will be on there. So Peter, thank you very much for loaning this pen. I am hopefully going to look at getting one of my own. I quite fancy the candy model myself. So that's something that I'm hoping for, because I have been really impressed with this pen. And come and check my other videos soon. Thank you.